they'll seem really reluctant.
Yeah, like he doesn't want to go in there.
It can just be kind of the positioning of the icons if they're jumping up when you're moving them around. I have had it happen a few times, but I would be persistent with that, and eventually they will go together.
Yeah.
Just gotta kind of force it to go together there.
I organize like all the banking stuff in one area, all the newspapers, articles in one area.
And I mean, it may not be the most practical for you now if
it is long run because you don't have all these applications all over. You don't have to it saves that time.
Exactly right. Once you do start getting a lot of apps on your device, it becomes really, really helpful to organize your apps. Personally, I have about 250 on mine. So when I'm looking for that one single app, if I didn't have them organized, it would be constantly swiping through the pages trying to find them. So I mean, it does definitely help. So I'm going to organize my apps here a little bit. Say I'm going to put together. I'm going to put together my iWork suite. So I'm going to put together Keynote, Pages, and Numbers. So in order to do this, if I wanted to access that application, I would just tap down on it very quickly. But if I do want to move them around, I'm just going to tap down and hold on. That app. And now you'll see they kind of start dancing around a little bit here. Once you see them moving, it means they're in an editable mode. So one thing I would like to point out, you will see some icons on my screen that have X's and some don't. So does anybody know what the cause of this is?
Because those are the home apps.
Exactly. So the apps that come on the iPhone stock are not going to be able to be taken off the phone. However, the apps that have the X's on them are ones that I personally downloaded from the App Store after the fact. So I'm able to delete them just by tapping on the X above it. And it will then ask me, would I like to delete this? I'm not going to take it off for now, but just so you guys can see how you would remove it. So say I want to make this folder here with these 3 apps. Now that I have them in this dancing mode, even if I tap on the applications really quickly, they're not going to open up because they are in this edit mode. So I'm just going to drag one and drop it on top of the other. And what it does here, it's going to group them all together. Now, this is actually the first time I've seen it come up with a folder labeled folder. Normally, it'll do its best guess and try and label the folder according to what type of applications you have inside it. So if you're putting maybe some camera apps together, it might say, camera apps, anything like that.
But when you put games together, it doesn't say,
sometimes it will say games.
So when you do another one that says games, it'll come up, it says a name, it says folder.
Yeah.
So I just named it games too.
So I mean, in that case that you do have come up with something like this where it says folder, I can just tap right on that text there. It'll bring up the keyboard there, and I can kind of relabel it how I want. So I'm going to label this iWork. Once I'm done here, I'm just going to tap the done button, and I can jump back to the home screen by tapping anywhere else. Now, say I want to kind of set this in stone. I like how it's organized. I want to lock it in place. All I need to do, just tap once on the home button. All the apps will start moving around, and now they're ready to be used again. So now I can jump into that folder and maybe go into Pages if I want to, or whatever I really want to do at that point. Now, is there any really useful type of folders that you found when you're kind of organizing your stuff that helps keep you organized on your device? No?
I use computer. I don't use iPhone.
That is a very good point. Now you can do this exact same thing on the computer, and it is very, very easy to do right inside the iTunes window. When you're looking at the apps that you can sync onto the device, you're able to move them around and put them into categories so that when you sync your phone, it'll automatically change them for you if you don't feel that moving them on the phone yourself is kind of the best way to do it.
The thing is if you're going to put all your things in this iPhone, and if you lost your iPhone, everything's there.
Oh, well, I mean, that is actually true even if you don't organize it from the computer. When you do purchase an app on your Apple Store ID, it's always going to be tied to that Apple ID. So if you ever did lose your phone, you never have to pay again for that application. You would just be able to re-download it because we do have in our systems that you have already purchased it. So
That's pretty cool.
that's a really nice feature, and I don't believe they always have that. It came in with iCloud there.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely a very useful feature to save you from actually repurchasing things.
Really? My BlackBerry's done everything.
So I'm going to jump into the mail application here very quickly.
That's another thing, my application.
So with the mail app, we have quite a few different email clients that are supported. Things like Yahoo, Google Mail, Hotmail, iCloud, MobileMe, Microsoft Exchange. There are a lot of supported emails. Now, when you're using your inboxes, sometimes it can get slightly confusing as to what you're actually looking at here. So I am looking at all inboxes, but say I do have customers that come in there, they say, hey, I wanted to look at my junk folder because I think someone sent me a message and it may have got caught up with a junk. So I'm going to use my navigation just along the top here. Now, when I get back to the main, this is the main mailbox page, I can go strictly to my inboxes for my iCloud or my Metro Town Works email, or I can go into the whole account. Now, tapping on these whole account icons here is what's going to allow me to see my inbox, my junk, my sent, my outbox folder, all that stuff. So let's go ahead and go down to the Metro Town Works. So here I do only have one inbox, but if I go up to my iCloud, you can see I do have the drafts and all the other different inboxes in here. Now this would be specific just to that one email address versus going into all inboxes on the top. I'm unable to see all those different folders, but I do have both my inboxes combined together, so I can get all those new messages just in one easy place.
Why doesn't it work for Yahoo or Gmail?
No, it does work for Yahoo.
Just set it up.
I don't have a junk folder on my...
So that's going to be because you're looking at the inbox here. So if you go back and you actually go into the whole account, then you will be able to see all those extra folders.
So like I'm here.
Come on, all of it. Yeah. So I mean, you got there. Come on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you go into say Yahoo, then you can see all your other different folders. It's just the inboxes that are going to allow you to see just the inbox.
Well, where's my junk folder? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I don't have a junk. That's why I was like.
If that's Yahoo, it may just be